And let me say this, one of these acts is an act that took a lot of work. Jason and Joel worked diligently making
I'm the king of rock.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about two fat brothers you know so well.
It started way back in history with that fresh little Johnny
And BJC. Sudden,
we heard a big clatter.
Went out to the front
to see what was the matter.
When all of a sudden,
we heard a big clatter.
Went out to the front
to see what was the matter.
We hollered at Jay, what did we hear? He said a deaf little sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. A homeward was a drop.
No, this ain't no trick.
I'll be the dumb truth.
If it ain't same thing.
So with the speed of Peter Papa,
transportation came.
And it's this magic calls the name. Now mix,
now jammer,
now dramatic, and you see on scratch.
El Chabelle,
Son of Papa, Hockey G. Once we all to the top of the crib.
The rainy day flew.
With a sleigh full of toys.
St. Nicholas too.
And then like a flash,
a noise from the roof
was an echo of scratching.
From each little coop.
We heard it.
And his nose quite flat.
His fresh little face
in the hand his chin
was covered with snow. He had no twin. He had a fat little face
in a round little belly.
that shook when he laughed like a roll full of jelly. He didn't walk straight kind of side to side. And when we saw that, we all just died to the tip of his hat.
And the tug of his ear.
He made me feel sure
I had nothing to fear.
perfect his selection.
Could do it right.
And he filled up my Adidas on that night.
Both it went through the snow.
He jumped in his sled.
It was raining and slap.
He was off like lightning.
Holding on to his hat.
But we heard him yell
as he flew off the map.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good rap. Vern, I'm going to tell you a little story. No, Vern, it's not about a man named Grady. No, Vern, it's about the first Christmas, Vern. You see, Vern, I mean, it happened a long time ago. I mean, Vern, it was back before they had Rubik's Cubes and bell bottoms, post-its, Anyway, there's this old carpenter named Joseph. And see, Joseph and his beautiful city lady named Mary were going to Bethlehem to pay some taxes. You know, Vern. And Vern, what you mean, Bethlehem? It's not a stupid name, Vern, I'm sure. Remember, we communicating here. I mean, sometimes I worry about you, Vern. Since it was tax pay time, all the inns were crowded and they had to sleep in the stable, Vern. I would rather stare at the sun for 8 hours straight or go to sleep with bubblegum in my mouth than sleep in the stable. But Vern, I mean, that's the way it is. That's the only place they had to stay. But feast your ears on this, Vern. At that very moment, Mary gave birth to Jesus, the Christ child, the Savior of our world. I'm talking Supreme Being, you know what I mean? Anyway, Vern, wake up now, because we're getting to the good part. At that same time in a faraway country, there were some shepherds. I don't know what country it was, Bohemia or Sicily. They saw a big old star in the sky. Oh, it did fingers, Christopher. You know what it was? It was a multitude of angels singing about Christ's birth, which was God's gift of love to the world. Don't look at me like I got my shirt on inside out, Vernon. Well, like I was saying, yeah, Vernon, that's what it says right here, please. That was the beginning of giving that we do at Christmas time, Vernon. Yeah, see, nowadays all we think about is the receiving part, and see, we forget about the giving, which is the most important part. But Vern, I don't want you to forget about the best part of Christmas, and the greatest gift of all, which is God's Son. Yeah, Vern, that's a lot better gift than that old electric rechargeable razor gave you last year, you know what I mean? Vern, yeah, I just think Christmas is a really swell time, Vern. I mean, with all the giving of presents and the singing and the fun and all that stuff. But, Vern, there's one thing that I really wonder about, and I don't know. I wonder if Santa Claus lets his elves use those power tools without adult supervision. Who knows? Anyway, Vern, you have a good Christmas. I mean, you and all your kin and everything. But don't forget what I told you about the giving. Now, speaking of giving, Vern, there's this really neat electric toothbrush down at the Walmart store. It's a real deal, know what I mean? Well, I'll see you later, Vern.